Welcome to men's lives. What she really means is, the guys she wants to ask her out on dates don't ask because they're dating younger women. Why be with an older woman that can't have children and will more than likely never will? 50 is a grandma. Act your age.
So you're almost 40? Yes. And you've never been married? No. And you don't have kids? No. And you don't want to have kids? No. What have you done with your life? Well...
You know who doesn't make videos trying to convince the internet how happy they are? Happy people. Her fake smile tells everything. So cut the drama, you've clearly hit the wall.
So what I'm telling women is, do not, if you want a family, if you want a husband, do not allow yourself to get to a point where you hit that wall. You are 37, you are looking in the mirror, whatever age that is, and you see a different face and you see your youth going away from you and you start to panic and you can't find yourself in the mirror. Don't let that be the case while you're still on the hunt for a man, or you are going to feel inadequate, depressed, anxious, and rush in to do something toxic to your body to compensate for that. If women just listened more to what people like me are saying, and in your 20s, instead of burying in the career stuff and burying in everything else, you acknowledged the reality that what you have is going to go away. The fertility, the youthful beauty.
If women could listen, women can't. Literally, women cannot. If a woman treated men like garbage when she was in her prime, then she deserves the same experience back when she's older. The problem is that there aren't enough 25-year-old men making $500K a year. Where, oh where have all the good men gone, they cry.
Nowadays, you see women waiting. They're waiting. Well, I want to focus on my career. I want to focus on my degree. I want to be successful. Nothing wrong with that. But what happens is they get to 30 and they have an epiphany. They're like, oh shit, I got to hurry up. Mm-hmm. Like we had a guest on here, I won't say the name,
Timeline.
35 years old, childless, no husband. You're at that, we call it hitting the wall.
Yeah.
And then they become negative around it and start saying men are shitty, men are douchebags. And then they get in their 40s and they end up on TikTok talking shit at 40 years old, which is pointless, right? What did you do in your 20s? And this is another thing. It's interesting on planning. Watch this, Sean. And I know you get this. You talk to men, you say plan. You counsel women, plan. I ask a woman on the show, what's your 2 to 5 year plan? I don't know. You don't know.
But yet you want a quality man.
You're 35 years old.
This is the harsh truth most women don't want to hear. Time is not on your side, and pretending it is doesn't change biology. You can build careers, chase degrees, party through your 20s, but fertility, beauty, and youth don't pause while you figure it out. Then suddenly, the wall hits and panic sets in. That's when you see women scrambling, Botox, fillers, surgeries, desperate to compete with the same 22-year-olds they once dismissed. The reality is simple. Secure the family, the husband, the stability when you have your prime leverage. Waiting until 35 plus and then blaming men for not lining up is delusion. Respect the reality of biology instead of fighting it.
Being in your late 20s is so hard. I've seen a few people talk about this and just kind of the loneliness of your late 20s, and especially people who are kind of in this middle stage of, hey, I'm not married, don't have kids, not in a relationship, but I'm also not going out every weekend. I spend a lot of my time by myself. I live alone. I come home from work, I go to the gym, I spend my evenings alone. And on the weekend lately, I feel like I've been so exhausted that all I want to do is like spend time by myself. And I'm struggling with questions about work. You know, am I passionate about what I'm doing? Am I good at it? Should I be traveling right now and not working? Or should I be trying to work remotely so that I can travel? Like, there's just all these things that I think I would like to experience, and it's hard to know, well, when am I going to experience those things?
This is a reality for about 80% of men. Modern women equate traveling with their solution to every problem.
I had a wonderful day at the beach today, but now it's Friday night, and I'm all alone.
That's the irony right there. You had a wonderful day living it up, doing whatever you wanted, and now when Friday night hits, the silence feels heavy. And the truth is, you and countless other women created this reality.
I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything without feeling pain, true pain.
You spent your prime years chasing fun, validation, careers, or meaningless flings instead of building the stability and companionship you now crave. You can't blame men, society, or bad luck. This loneliness was the price of those choices. You wanted independence, you got it. Now independence means an empty Friday night while the men you overlooked are with women who chose differently.
Woman's 35 and she ain't got kids yet, she's really panicking. So you start to say things like kids, family. You can mention that shit. Listen.
Let's talk about what Charlie Kirk said.
We've basically told a great generation of young women, don't get married, don't have kids, go get a corporate job, and it's created mass political hysteria. And then in their early 30s, they get really upset because they say, you know, the boys don't want to date me anymore because they're not at their prime. And people get mad when I say that. Well, it's just true. If you're in your early 30s, I'm sorry, it's like you're not as attractive in the dating pool as you were in the early 20s. But again, you have your corporate job and cats, so I thought you know,
this generation of women, I would say generations of women, have been fed this idea that it is more important for you to make money and to be independent and to live on your own in your 20s and your 30s. And then you're going to find a guy who wants to marry you. You're going to settle down. You're going to be able to have kids, and you can spend the next 10 to 20 years doing it all or balancing both. And that is a lie. That has absolutely caused mass hysteria. That is a lie that has caused a lot of disappointment and devastation.
Exactly. This is the harsh reality nobody wants to admit. Women were essentially told, your 20s are for building a career, not a family, and society cheered them on. Fast forward to their 30s, and suddenly the dating market doesn't bend to their timeline. They're no longer the prize they were marketed to be in their early 20s. Meanwhile, men in their prime aren't waiting around. They're either married or dating women who prioritized differently. This isn't a personal attack. It's a predictable consequence of the narrative that independence and corporate climbing should come before relationships and family. The political and emotional hysteria we see now is just the fallout of a generation being misled. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.